Hey guys, welcome to Crypto Trends. I'm Silverbacked, and in this video I'm going to go through and show you, based upon a Heikin Ashi method of candle trading, the top 10 cryptos in USD pairs, and just in relation to the actual top 10 itself. I actually do move up to the largest market cap, so I'm continuously changing this based upon that. What's trending up, and I can tell you that Litecoin has dropped out of the top 10, and HBAR has zipped straight into position number 9. Otherwise, everything remains unchanged. In this video, I'm going to show you the top 10 on the 1 day, and then the second half of the video, if you want to stay till that side of things for the investor class. I'll tell you what the weekly trend's looking like, and what's shaky, what's long, what's short, and then I might even give you some idea as far as where you might be able to set stop losses if you're spot investing, like on a non-custodial DEX or exchange, where you want to sort of cover yourself for movements that look a lot like this. If you were short here, and you had a movement like this, so to speak, 82% in 1 day. You might be upset. So what I do is, I'll cover this in the last half, so I won't take too much time here. But there is ways to set up a stop loss and not take on any leverage, and use a non-custodial, decentralized protocol as well. So anyway, outside that, I'm going to continue on with the daily trend on BTC and using Heikin Ashi candles at the moment. BTC. If I have a look, there's a bit of a wick there, and there's a wick at the top. So I would not touch BTC currently. I would stay out of it. Ethereum, same thing. Wick at the top, wick at the bottom. I would stay out of it. XRP, same thing. Unfortunately, guys. Sorry, XRP. There's a wick there, wick there. I would stay out of it. Now, what this does is it probably just it hints at something, that there might be maybe a pullback coming or something like that. Because this last candle, you got to ignore it. It's very hard to do because it's obviously quite big, but it's exaggerated. If I go into let's say BTC, we've got this is the forming. It hasn't finished forming yet, this candle here. If I go into here, you'll probably find it's a very small red candle. Yeah, it is. So you've had a massive pump, and it's retracing. So what I'm saying is, if you buy here, or I look at this and I go, oh yeah, look, this is a buy candle, but I don't notice the wick down the bottom. I didn't notice that little wick. Then I would actually miss the fact that the potential for it to actually pull back 50%. That would mean that, let's say, for example, just for the example here, that would mean around about here, at around about 86,712 is probably what I would think would come back to before it continued on up, even if it did continue up. So that might take a few days to play out. That'll be a few days where you're in drawdown, or you've lost money. So on the 1 day, and we go through this, the idea is for between now and tomorrow, is where you're best placed, and obviously it is not to go long BTC. So that's the point. And that's what that little tiny little wick there told me, without even going into all that detail. And that's why Heikin Ashi is so good for traders and investors, as an easy way of looking exactly where there's price indecision. It shows up, it just generally shows up. This one's nice and nice. That's a nice clean pattern, so that's actually a buy. So BNB is a buy. If I go and have a look and see what the real candles are saying, so that wasn't such a crazier a candle. The body is probably 2% instead of 11%. So the retracement's going to be a lot smaller, and we'll get into a lot less losses and get into profit faster if we end up continuing on. So that sort of makes sense. You can sort of see how I like Heikin Ashi so much. Solana is a doji, wick above and below. I wouldn't go into that. ADA is there's a wick at the bottom, wick at the top. I would not go into ADA. They had a massive pump, like massive, 82% in a day. Crazy. No, if you don't think that's going to pull back, well, it's already starting. So it's already pulled back 7%. 7%. 3.5 in the last % in the last hour. So yeah, do not buy ADA, because you're just going to lose money in the short term. Again, this is a 1 day chart. I'll finish off this video with a weekly. So anyway, let's get back to Heikin Ashi. Yeah, I'm only for going in and out of these different types of candles to show you why Heikin Ashi is good. Doji, stay out. TRX. Let's expand these so I can make sure I'm seeing them all. That's a nice clean buy. So I don't really have to go in to look at the normal candles to know it's not a train wreck. H bar is nice, and actually H bar is the one that I just said just entered the top, just broke into the top 10 at position number 9. Didn't even stop at 10, just went straight to 9. H bar is doing very good. Link is not a buy. So that's it. So for you guys that are doing you want to know 1 day between today and tomorrow, BNB, TRX and H bar are the ones that will probably have the most likelihood of losing the least. I always try to say they're the cleanest dirty shirts in a dirty laundry, and all the ones in yellow, it's just like, I wouldn't be in them at all. Now, if I'm looking, take my daily hat off and put my weekly hat on, my perspective changes based upon the candles tell me. So now, based upon the candles here, going to Bitcoin, do the same thing again. Bitcoin's actually a short, so I would actually be short Bitcoin. And then what I would do is probably I would set up, because this market is very volatile, I'll go, yeah, okay, I'm going to hold this between this week and next week, but just behind it, up here, I would probably put the, I wouldn't go to the swing high on the weekly because it has been so volatile. I would actually give it very, very limited amount of rope. I would go to probably this last week, something like that would be nice. Just behind the last week. Don't go all the way up to here, because that's going to take it to 110 grand. If you're holding it short up until there, you're going to lose a lot of money. So just go to the most recent wick, and that's probably a nice level. So this one is 100,291 as far as your stop loss on your spot trade short for BTC. Ethereum is I wouldn't be in it. I just like to reserve that as cash. Stay out of it. Ethereum. If next week that this changes, obviously, or this completes as an active short candle like this one, then I'll tell you, use that USD to buy a position short. But at the moment, I would stay out of ETH. I would stay out of XRP. It's a complete doji, so there's no direction really there. Don't need these on the chart anymore. BNB is a doji, so I would stay out of BNB. Solana is an active short. As far as the stop loss, what I would do is probably go the most recent wick, which is a fair way away, but just up here, I would actually have it just here. So that's basically $247.33 is like where the swing high would be. Too far away up here. So I would actually do it here. 247 and 33 cents, and have that as an active short and hold it between now and next week. ADA is a doji, so there's too much indecision in the price there. Doge is a current short on the weekly. As far as the stop loss level, I'd probably go probably just up to this level here, where the most recent wick is. So what that price level, so if we're going short, and the actual stop loss level would be 41.286 cents. TRX I wouldn't touch on the weekly. I'd just keep an allocation to cash for that. If it changes by next week, I'll let you know. HBAR is a doji. I wouldn't go into that at all. Link is an active short for the week, between this week and next. As far as the stop loss level for that one, I would go just above this most recent wick up here. So I would actually sort of state a stop loss level of $26.80 on a short for link between this week and next week. I'll be back next week with a weekly update on these positions. We did extremely well last week, as you saw in, I don't know if I showed you this, but this is the video that I did February 24th. So yeah, just before all the market started dropping, basically, 24th. Yeah, here, so a week ago. So this is the video I did a week ago, where I did my last weekly wrap up, and basically everything has. I mean, Sui, what is it? Link was $17.42. $17.05, and I had us go short. What was the other one? Doge, it was 24 cents. 24 cents with 23.2 cents. You can see we sort of have gone down. I love the cartoon. What else we have? And Sol, $164, and I said go short. 164.24. 164.24 Sol. So on the week, as you can see, I'll just go to normal candles. Yeah, we went right down to here, and we've come back all the way back up. So we did a bit of a round trip, but that's okay. You know, on average, we're still in good shape, and as long as we don't sort of like set our stop losses too far into the weeds to allow ourselves to lose money, the stop losses are there just in case something dramatically moves against us and we have a big change in trend. The weekly trend is supposed to be slow and steady. So, and we're trading very, very few assets. I mean, I know there's some people that do look at these and basically just take their whole portfolio and say if we're not trading certain things, and they're basically just going, counting how many positions we have, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4. And they basically look at how much they've allocated towards their investment and just divide that by 4, and then just basically put a quarter on each of these trades, you know, in the direction that I've actually said, or the direction they decide they want to go. So that's another thing you can do yourself. Obviously, Apex Omni is a non-custodial exchange. There'll be links somewhere down the bottom below. That'll get you sign up and bonus deposit stuff and stuff like that. And that's a non-custodial DEX. You can do non-leverage, and you can do all these positions as I've set out with these stop loss levels. So it's not just alarms on TradingView. It's actually it'll get you out of the trade in case you get a candle that looks like this on the daily along the way during the week, and you got a move that is 100%. A move all of a sudden out of the blue while it was going down, so yeah. So if I've told you go the trend is short, you've gone short, and then we can sort of like set up something where, like, say an arrangement like this, I would have told you to go to the most recent upper wick, which would be, I'll tell you, which would have been there. So it's just as an exercise. Cool. So I would have told you, it already went off because it was actually in that current candle, sorry. So I would have, let me just use one of these. I would have told you to put a stop loss here, right? So what would have happened is, if you were on Apex Omni and you had a short on this, imagine this was weekly, and it moved up against you like that, I would have saved you 33% worth of losses, just because you decided that you weren't just going to leave it in your wallet, and you were short, and you set up a stop loss because you were able to, because it was a non-custodial DEX. So yeah, so that's basically the wrap up. If you guys go back and have a look through some of my weekly videos, you'll see I spent a lot of time showing you exactly how to get in and out of the Apex Omni no leverage trades. to say like operate it like a portfolio. And then I'll be back again next week, and I'll show you what sort of updates I have. But thanks for joining again, and make sure you do join the subscriber chat below in the Substack. If you are watching on YouTube, go into the Substack and join the actual subscriber chat, and basically you'll be able to get in when a new discussion thread opens up, or there's some news. I'll be able to drop that in there for you. And outside that, I'll see you next week for the daily one day chart, people. I'll probably see you in the next few days.